In this video, I'm going to talk about the SAT verb trick that allows you to stop reading and writing passages on the SAT. And yes, I'm not joking. It's called the odd one out trick, and I'm going to give you a couple more details in the next section, followed by some examples where I work through problems. So the verb odd one out trick is basically where you just look at the answer choices instead of reading the passages. You figure out which of the 4 choices is different and sticks out from the rest. I'm going to go through 3 situations where this might be the case and talk about how you would quickly notice which one is different in each scenario. First scenario is basically when if you have 4 verb choices, one of the verb choices would have a different subject pronoun that goes with it than the other 3. So for example, if you had have, has, is, and was, you'll notice that the first one would have a pronoun of they have, but the others all make sense with he. And so because the pronoun for they is different than the other pronouns, that would be the odd one out. The second scenario is when the verb tense is different. So if you're looking at verbs, they'll typically indicate whether something's happening currently, in the past, or in the future. So if you have 4 verb choices like being, is, are, and was, then you can see that the 4th one is different than the others. The first 3 all talk about something that's happening right now, versus the 4th talks about something that is happening in the past. So that would be the odd one out. And the third and final scenario I'm going to talk about is when one of the verbs is dependent and the others are independent, or one of the verbs is independent and the others are dependent. Dependent is basically a verb that can't stand by itself. It has to have other verbs in the sentence in order to make grammatical sense. And an independent verb stands by itself. It doesn't need to have other verbs supporting it. So let's say you have was, you have is, you have to be, and you have will be. Just throw in a quick subject and see what makes sense. He was, he is, he will be, but he to be doesn't make any sense. So that would be the odd one out. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Let's go ahead and get into these examples. Just as a disclaimer, I actually didn't look at these questions before answering them because I wanted to double check to make sure this trick would actually work for really all of the questions on Blue Book practice tests. And wondrously, it actually did work for every single problem that I tried. Okay, so here's our passage. Let's go ahead and see if we can figure out the odd one out. Have been, let's see, that's plural because it would be like they have been and it's in the past. This is singular because it would be like he is and it's in the present. This is plural because it would be like they were and it's in the past, and then this is also plural because it would be like they are in the present. Okay, so one thing I noticed is they're all in different tenses, like past versus present, but 3 of them are plural. This one, and this one, and this one's singular. So this one's our odd one out. Let's go ahead and look over here at the passage and make sure that fits. Zydeco music originated in the French Creole community of Southwest Louisiana. One instrument that gives Zydeco its unique sound is the veste frottoir. The veste frottoir is a wearable washboard that is played by rubbing spoons or bottle openers against it. Okay, that definitely fits. That's our answer. Let's go and move on. Okay, which one is the odd one out this time? You have has been characterized, that's singular past, will be characterized, probably singular future, characterized, which kind of hard to tell. Characterized, because you don't have a helping verb in this sentence, like a has, will, or is, this is only going to be used in a dependent clause where the main clause with the main subject and the main verbs already occurred. But this one, again, has a helping verb just like the ones above. It's present. So this one's kind of our odd one out because it can only be used in certain situations that the others cannot. So let's go ahead and read the passage and make sure this fits. Featuring jagged peaks of black ink surrounded by hazy swirls of blue and green paint, Zhang Daquin's 1983 painting Panorama of Mount Lu is inspired by the tradition of something, a type of Chinese landscape painting characterized by the use of blue and green hues to depict ethereal otherworldly shapes. Okay, that fits. Definitely, I'd say that's our answer. So let's go ahead and move on. Okay, here we are. More questions. Let's go ahead and solve, or let's figure out what the odd one out is first. Okay, we have to use, we have used, having used, and using. So this one's an infinitive form. This one is in the past. This one's in the past as well. And this one's in the present. So this is never going to be the main verb. This is always going to be in a dependent clause, or it's going to have another verb with it. So also not the main verb. This one's also not the main verb. This one is the main verb, so that one is the odd one out. Yeah, because none of these can be used as the sole verb in the sentence. You always have to have another verb. So that one will probably be our answer. Let's go and check. For thousands of years, people in the Americas have used the bottle gourd, a large bitter fruit with a thick rind, to make bottles, other types of containers, and even musical instruments. Oddly, there is no evidence that any type of bottle gourd is native to the Western Hemisphere. Okay, I'm gonna stop reading because that sounds right. Took me a second to figure out which one was the odd one out, but once I found it, it was definitely correct. Okay. Odd one out. Are, having been, are being, is. Are, it would be like they are, they have been, are being, and is. Again, because of the number versus like plural versus singular, is going to be our odd one out. Okay, let's go ahead and read it now. Mathematician Grigory Perelman, sometimes in conjunction with mathematicians Richard S. Hamilton and Xing-Tung Yao, is credited with proving the Poincare conjecture. Okay, we can stop there because all we were looking to check was the number, and they're only talking about one person here, just this one subject guy, and so it's singular. We know that's right. I hope that video helped you out, and I hope it helps you to stop reading those verb passages and saves tons of time on your reading and writing section of the SAT. Just as a note, if you're looking to score above like a 750, I'd say, I wouldn't necessarily suggest using this trick just because the College Board's not held down by it. They don't necessarily have to do this, but it's definitely a pattern that I've noticed over and over again. And even if you are looking to score high, if you're running out of time, this is definitely a way to get back on track, or if you would otherwise have to guess, it's a smart trick to use. So yeah, definitely recommend using it to save time and to be able to get those answers right. So hope it helps a lot. If you appreciate this video, then please like and subscribe. It is part of my college application process, this whole channel, and you can help me apply to college and pay for college by participating. If you have any questions or ideas for future videos, please feel free to put this in the comments below. Good luck on the September SAT, or whenever you take the SAT. With some reading and writing tricks like these, you'll be well prepared. See you again soon.